Hello, everybody, and welcome to Call Time a Theater Pod for a very special episode. My name is Marisa Helene Mast, and this is the space where we can talk about it all because every role in theater matters, and this is the space where we can laugh, learn, and sometimes call out the chaos. So sign in on the cheat because it's call time. So, we are here for another Marquee Moment, which is where we take the time to put the spotlight on a show, an artist, a project that deserves to be on your radar. So take your seat, sip that overpriced intermission cup and that collectible thing that you claim you will always use forever and then it gets ruined in the dishwasher. Yeah, you can absolutely do that now because we are going to give the brand new show Chip on Her Shoulder its Marquee Moment. And with me, I have Jen McAuliffe and Victoria Nieves. Hello, my friends.
Hello. What a marvelous introduction.
That was wonderful. So
Oh,
my just-in-time keep cup is currently experiencing that situation.
So is my
Devastating
wicked
me.
cup.
it's called relatable content, friends.
Oh.
Oh my
um,
God, I love.
You
yeah.
ain't a king cup, that's for sure.
Listen, I'm a fangirl through and through, and I am very excited to be talking about this piece with both of you today. But let's talk about the show at hand here, and by hand I mean a handful of chips, which is Chip on Her Shoulder. So what is Chip on Her Shoulder?
Yeah, I mean, she's single, she's snacking, and she's struggling. And I think that's a day-to-day, every day it's like a reset. Every problem it's a reset. And that resolve to be like, today's going to be better. I'm going to do the thing. I'm going to be positive. I'm going to be that affirmation. And inevitably just life happens, right? So, and then the chips build up and how does she cope with the food and the, so it's just this cycle of like, how much can you do that until your hope is completely gone? And what do you do? How do you keep going when life is just throwing things at you? So she has a lot of chips on her shoulder, and if you don't deal with them, they do start to bleed into other areas of your life. You can look at it simply like you're eating the chips to fill the void, to fill the gap, to fill the hole, but it's not actually fixing like anything. It's not fixing anything. And I think in the play, even though it's a little silly tongue in cheek, it's something I still don't have the answer for. If she goes to therapy in the play, and it's like, I'm not getting any better. Like what do you do? So it's a little bit of a exploration with elements of comedy. Otherwise, I think it would be too serious, too serious for. And I
Yeah.
didn't want to make it that heavy, because sometimes I look at myself and the things I'm doing are absurd. Like I check the batch numbers of Diet Coke. Like that's, do you know what I mean? Because I want a good Diet Coke when I'm binging. I don't want a bad
Yeah.
flat one.
Jen, you wrote this piece, correct?
Yeah.
And produced it, and I just really would love to know, like, where did the idea spark for the piece in general?
Yeah, I mean, I think I was on the couch one night again, mid hand in the bag, eating a huge bag of chips that I shouldn't have been eating. Like, one of the small sizes would have sufficed, but no, this particular day, I feel like if I get to the bottom of the bag, by that point I'll have some resolution or I'll solve the problem or I'll know what to do once I've, got to. So I was mid chip, I was ranting and raving to various friends, and I was like, "You have a lot of chips on your shoulder." And then I started to laugh because I was eating the chips, my greasy little fingers. And then I just thought, you know what? I should just write about it because it's fun. It's just, it works. It's funny, like the double entendre of like the metaphor of it. And so I just thought it would be something to pick at, and I started to do that. And here we are.
Here we are. I love that. And so, Victoria, what drew you to the piece?
So we've collaborated before on Jen's short film that she wrote, directed me in. Oh my God, I was going to say Heartbreak on Her Shoulder.
Everything's on her shoulder.
Well, it could have been where your heart on your shoulder.
Yeah.
It's all part of your sleeve. It's all there.
Heartbreak under a neon streetlight. And so we complement each other creatively really well, I think. And we had talked about this a lot, like before it was even on paper. And the character is like a little bit of a hybrid of the two of us. It's the closest character to like myself that I've ever gotten to work on. usually I'm like a narcissistic bitch on stage or something, like, which I love. They're so fun. Uh, they're my favorite. But this is like, yeah, it's so relatable. It's just so relatable. I'm really looking forward to playing on stage.
Do you feel that the timing of the show couldn't have been better? Like this, like it needed to be seen by these audiences right now.
I say yes, especially on a personal note, because the character is Latina. I'm Puerto Rican, and with everything that's going on, like with with ICE, and this character, she has a moment that she feels insecure about being Latina, and like she's trying to pursue her dreams and feels like this, like why do I even bother? Like when people don't want to see someone like me. You know what I mean? And so I think like right now, especially like on a personal note, it's like so meaningful that I get to play this part. And then seeing Bad Bunny, like today he's going to be in the Super Bowl and
Woohoo!
winning the Grammy. It's like, for me, it's like this whole thing is so incredibly healing. Like I can't even put it into words just yet, but it's so healing. Like even if like two people show up for the whole thing, like I don't even, that doesn't, I don't even care. Like, but just getting to be this character on stage that has so much of me that I relate to in it, and saying these things on stage that I haven't seen before in a show, I hope someone can relate to as well. I hope at least one person in the audience can relate to that and, feels seen.
I guess I come at it from a completely different perspective, as you often do, like when you're writing it. Like, obviously, and I want Victoria to embody all those things, and everything she said is incredibly important and crucial for the theatre space and the art space as well. I feel like we're at a point where everyone is getting increasingly more dysregulated. I mean, how much more can everyone take on a day-to-day basis? And I feel like riding chip on a shoulder, I call it a traumedy because it's like trauma and comedy. Because I was like, I know it's like a dark comedy and I'm dealing with my trauma with comedy and I don't really know how healthy that is. So I feel like it's important to put art like that out there. Like, haha, but I also think there's, like we wanted to be like, yeah, okay, maybe it's just chips. Maybe it's just Diet Coke, but I think everyone's a little bit dysregulated and sometimes it's not too bad to be like, well, I better catch myself and how can I maybe better myself and not just continue to to lie to ourselves, I guess is like the undercurrent of like her behavior, like, oh, but it's just chips, it's just Diet Coke, but actually they can call, like any addiction, right, can lead to further problems. So I think that's always relevant with people and how we cope at the moment with everything.
So, Victoria, one of my favorite questions ever to ask an actor, as an actor to an actor, is what have you learned about yourself during this process and through this character? Because I know you had already mentioned you're feeling very personal connections here, but I'm curious to know if there's anything you did learn about yourself.
Um, yes, I think one of the things I've learned is to give ourselves more grace. Like we need to give ourselves more grace. Like Angela, the character in the show, she's hard on herself because of, chips is her vice. And yeah, it can get out of control, like Jen was saying, and it can lead to further problems. But, there's a huge tension that we all, I think, can relate to between surviving and having dreams. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And following your dreams while trying to survive is actually a sign of strength, I think. Like, and that's like what Angela is trying to do. And so it's taught me like, okay, like maybe I haven't made like the best choices. I haven't done everything like perfectly, but I've just been doing the best that I can
Yeah.
each day.
I totally understand absolutely everything, like giving ourselves grace and just doing our best. I think that, yeah, no, I'm sure we can reiterate till the cows come home about how that's relatable, especially right now. And I'm really glad to see such an honest sentiment reflected in a piece like this, which is one of the reasons that I was drawn to it.
The reviews in Australia kept saying it was raw, which is really interesting for me, but I'm like, I guess it is, but that's how I write. Like I like to be pretty like real about what's happening. So hopefully there's some comedy in the rawness of it, but yeah.
Absolutely. And listen, I'm
Yeah.
also one for dark comedy and like stupid silly stuff. So I love when there's a good balance of that, and I really feel like
Love
Chip on Her
it.
Shoulder has that.
Yeah. Well,
So
Victoria's
Okay.
really good at she's very good at the rhythm of that. Like ha ha gut punch. So it's perfect. Yeah.
amazing. I love a good ha ha gut punch. I'm sure I'll make sure I don't say that out loud when I come see it. I'll
When
be
it's
like,
happening. Oh,
gut punch. Ah!
just for the review. Just I want it to
Oh
be
my
ha ha
God.
gut punch.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Ha ha gut punch. Thanks Diet Coke.
Yep.
5 stars.
Yeah, absolutely. My other review is Jamie Lloyd is gonna love this.
Oh no, I will actually faint a million faints if there's any way Jamie Lloyd can come. Like I
Oh my
will,
God.
like
Do you
my
think
life
he's
will be just complete.
I bet his favorite chip flavor is plain.
Well, if it's plain kettle cooked, then me and him.
I was gonna say
You
so
and him
that
need to meet.
so before I get into my next two questions, I just want to say, okay, so if you're not Jamie Lloyd, you can keep scrolling. This is a message directly for Jamie Lloyd. Hi, come to the show, please. That's
Just
all I
come.
just do it. But so
Sunset, salt and vinegar. You could do the music could work. Waiting for chipettes. I don't
oh
know,
my
like,
God.
Waiting for chips.
Oh my
yeah, waiting for
God.
chips. Story of my life.
Of course, I have to know favorite chip flavors. You know,
Oh,
obviously, that's very, very important here. So,
and it changes from continent to continent as I'm discovering, which is as an Australian, I'm like, but for starters, your salt and vinegar, like all your coloured packets are incorrect. Like, you know, I've grown up going blue means plain, but over here blue is salt and vinegar. It's just a head fuck. I can't like so audiences, no, salt and vinegar is definitely mine. But we don't have ruffles in Australia anymore. We used to, and then we got rid of them. They just disappeared one day in high school.
the mystery of
Why
the
did
ruffle.
ruffles not stay in Australia? Ruffles, if you're listening.
Ruffles, if you're watching. Hi.
Sponsor us.
Sponsor us, but also explain yourselves. Like, that was a very traumatic experience. They had like salt and vinegar, red packet, plain blue packet, and they just disappeared one day. And I was just like, well, what am I going to binge on now? I had to like rework my whole eating disorder
Unacceptable.
in high school.
Oh my God.
So, and then, sorry, so Ruffles, cheddar, and sour cream. Those two are my favorite, depending on continent.
Okay. Listen,
Uh,
there's asterisks. I love that.
If I have to pick a flavor, it's between sour cream and onion or salt and vinegar. Those are the two ones.
You
I
know
don't
what?
think I could have an actress that didn't like salt and vinegar play the show. It'd just kill me. And also,
I love salt and vinegar.
Imagine
like-
this is all a ruse. Like, you're the best actress in the world, Victoria, if you think.
Well, I am.
I mean, yes, obviously, but you know, like, that's amazing.
I run a tight ship, and I don't know what to tell you.
Oh my God. It's like, I've been watching Bridget Jones a lot recently. It's like
My
when she's going to interview for the TV jobs, and she keeps saying, "Oh, like why do you want the job?" And she comes up with all these answers. She's like, "I just feel really strongly about communicating with children." Oh, do you have any children? Ugh, no.
If you like Bridget Jones, you will love Chip on Her Shoulder. That's
Yes.
a huge influence for me. I love
Amazing.
Bridget books and the movies. Yeah.
Renee Zellweger, if you're watching,
Renee,
Come on
bring
down,
your
girl.
chips.
bring your chips.
Hugh Grant, you're mentioned in the play.
Oh,
Oh, can I say the other one?
oh yeah.
That's
Oh.
Jonathan Groff.
Jonathan
You're
Groff.
in our show, so
The
gotta be
character might meet Jonathan Groff. I don't know.
I will. I'll die. I'll collapse.
there.
Yeah.
Be an audience of collapsed people,
It's just a
including
Groff.
myself.
Listen, I think if that happens, you're a success. If you can make your entire audience just collapse into a
Rough.
puddle, I think think that means you're a successful show here.
I'd say so.
I hope so. And also convert them to salt and vinegar, the one true flavor. It's a cult,
Yes.
really.
Here's the thing. So I will have to agree that it's a cult because for the longest time I didn't like that flavor. I didn't like. I do now. Don't worry. You can't kick me.
Bye.
You can't kick me off my own podcast, Jen. You can't do that. But like my favorite is sour cream and onion. It always has been.
Yeah. No, it's right up there with salt and vinegar.
But now I would say they're pretty tied now.
Yeah.
In my house, they're more than
mentally
likely.
sorting you in my list where you sit in my life. How much time I'll give you?
No. It's like the whole podcast just shuts down, right? Okay, so what is it that you're hoping that audiences feel after they leave the show? Because obviously they're going to love it. They're going to be very engaged and really into it. But what are you hoping for that emotional resonance after they leave?
Being a Latina on stage, my hope is that at least one Latino sees it and like feels seen and like relates to like the struggles beyond, you know, all the struggles that she goes through. Just don't be so hard on yourself. You know, we're all just doing our fucking best. Like,
Yeah.
This world sucks, and like you can only do so much in a day, and you have to look after yourself.
Yeah. I guess my overarching theme is like, don't shit on other people's dreams.
Yeah.
And also don't, with people who are creating anything at this time, who are trying to be creative, whether that's making, you know, quilts, reading, writing books, dancing, tap dancing, woodworking, electrician, anyone who's creating and making and doing, I think, you know, so many people have the position, especially in the theatre community, it's not hard to give encouragement. It's not hard to give people opportunity. And I think if people can just stay a little bit heart-centered and, you know, because it's a lot to be an artist and to put yourself out there, you know, and to hear no more times than probably most people will hear no in their life. So I feel like just be gentle with people who are doing creative things and be encouraging, because it's such a game of luck as well. It doesn't, you know, like I just feel like it doesn't take much to just encourage someone. Don't tell that friend to quit. You know what I mean? Be a good person and support them while they're trying to do their path. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
all around. I love a show that does that, and I love that that's something you're both very, very passionate about. That's wonderful and resonates right here for sure.
Yeah.
And with all that being said, I would love each of you to look right into our camera, out into our wonderful audience here, and I want you to manifest the future of Chip on Her Shoulder.
Jamie Lloyd!
Jamie Lloyd!
Yes. Manifesting Jamie Lloyd loving the show and loving me and wanting to cast me in something.
I want the girls from Broad City. I want Abby and Alana to do a Chip on a Shoulder spin-off TV show. Like each episode, little bite size, you know, little webisodes. Hey. Or Phoebe Waller-Bridge if you're out there listening as well.
Manifesting any investors that would like to take this.
I mean, I'm also happy for it to take like a dark turn of like Darren Aronofsky-esque. Like Requiem for a Dream, but replace the drugs with chips. I don't know. Like, I'm here for that. Right? I think it works. I'm open to collaboration.
I love all of this. I want all of this for you. I want all of the good things to come from this.
And Jonathan Groff. What do we do?
Jonathan Groff.
Oh, Jonathan Groff.
Jonathan
Obviously.
Groff singing
like
Chip on a Shoulder. Like, help us make musicals out of the show.
Yes.
Just one chip. Like, there's so many. I just don't know.
That's just one of the many tracks of. Now that's what I call. That's what I call chips.
Come on.
So I guess the last thing we need to know is when, where, and how can we see Chip on Her Shoulder?
April 5, 6, 9, 10, and 17 will be at the Chain Theatre. And I know that's around Easter time and Easter eggs and chocolates coming on board, but stay true to the chips because it's going to be chippy season at that time. And we're part of the New York Fringe Festival as well. So there'll be other great acts to come and see, but we would love you to come and support some off Broadway. Hey, make the journey down those 10 blocks and come on down. Come on down to 36th Street.
I am looking forward to seeing this very, very much, and I am looking forward for all of you to see it as well. And Jen, Victoria, I'm so glad we were able to come together today to talk about this show. I'm pumped for both of you for everything that's happening with it and beyond. And all the information will be on screen as well as in the description box below. Thank you so much for tuning in for this marquee moment as a part of Call Time, a theater pod. My name is Marisa Helene Mast. You're the audience. Bye-bye now.
Bye.
This podcast was made possible through the support of viewers like you. Thank you.